Welcome to this edition of Travel China Guide here on Y2J Does Asia. This is the web series where I tell you a little bit about China. I give you some hints and tips and explain what it's like, what to expect, what's really going to happen when you're there. So there's a number of videos in the series, and in this video we are covering staring and xenophobia. Staring. When you are a Caucasian person, or Western as they call you, get used to that. Western. You are Western. You're not an American. You're Western. When you are this skin color and you are in China, you will be stared at. You won't be stared at everywhere you go. When you are in a tourist destination where they expect to see tourists, for example on the Great Wall of China, for example at an amusement park, for example in the terracotta warriors in Xi'an, for example the panda breeding zoo in Chengdu. When you are in a place like that, you won't be stared at because the locals, the staff, the people, they know to expect you. They know you're going to be there. But when you go off the beaten track, even a little bit, and you go to somewhere where there's just not really so many tourists around, you will be stared at. And it's a little bit unusual the first time it happened. The thing to bear in mind is not to take it the wrong way, because Chinese people, they live in a bit of a bubble. I mean, we all live in a bit of a bubble. We all have our little comfort zone. We all have our little wee patch, our little wee province, our little wee city. We all live in a little wee bubble anyway. China, for whatever reason, does not have a lot of foreigners in it. It's what you call ethnically homogenous. I believe South Korea is like this as well. Japan may be like this too, I'm not sure. Singapore is not like this. Singapore has a variety of different people. In Singapore, you will find Westerners, local Singaporeans, Chinese, Malaysians, Filipinos, Indians. The list goes on. You will find a radically diverse group of people in Singapore. China, not so much. In China, you find Chinese. So because you find Chinese in China, when you turn up, they think, oh, Lao Wai, foreigner, alien, somebody different, interloper, outsider, outlander, I must stare. And some of them don't quite get the fact that staring's rude, right? They don't quite get that, and they stare. It tends to be the older generation. It's not so much the younger ones, because the younger ones who are, say, less than 30 years old, or even less than 40 years old, the younger generation, sort of the Generation X and the millennials and stuff, they've seen us before, because they've seen us in TV shows and movies, i.e. American TV shows and American movies. They know what we look like. The ones that stare the most are the elderly ones, the ones who are 50, 60, 70 years old, and they have literally never seen a white person before in their life ever, or if they have seen one, it hasn't been for many, 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 many years. So get used to it. And even, what I just said is a general rule, where it is going to be the older ones that stare at you. But even then, some of the young ones will stare as well. Here's a couple of clips that I'm going to play for you, just as I'm explaining this, of a couple of places that I went to in 2014 where I was stared at. One of them was outside this mall in Chengdu. Cheap materials, cheap everything, and then just putting a weight limit on there just to, it's called CYA, cover your ass, make it cheaper. So, yeah. And here's another one of me being stared at.
Yeah, a mixed feelings today at Chengdu Happy Valley, but I think they made up for it.
Am I radically different? Am I hideous? Am I ugly? Am I somehow unusual? No, I'm just a fat Kiwi. But they stare at you. So expect it. It'll happen. But don't take it the wrong way. It's just them living in their little bubble, and they haven't seen you before. So, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button, leave a comment. If you have a question, leave a comment, and subscribe. See ya.